Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, things look a little different around here today. That's because it's like almost 10 o'clock at night. And normally I film during the day in like natural daylight and obviously like with my makeup on, but I'm really tired. I had a really long day today, but I really want to get this video up as soon as possible because we are talking about one of my favorite things to talk about, which is the most wonderful time of the year, ULTA 21 Days of Beauty. If you were here on my channel back in the spring, you know who you are, my OGs. We talked about each week of the 21 Days of Beauty sales, what I was picking up, what I recommend you pick up, what I don't recommend you pick up, and all my other thoughts and opinions that I like to ramble about on this channel. You know why you're here. So the first day of the sale is this Sunday, August 27th. If you're not familiar with ULTA 21 Days of Beauty, where have you been? Just kidding. It is a sale that ULTA runs twice a year that runs obviously for 21 days, and each day there's a new set of products on sale for 50% off. I get some of my best deals during 21 Days of Beauty. It's a great time to stock up on stuff you already know you love, try some things that you've never tried before that you've been interested in. So one of my favorite sales, hands down. I think it's worth shopping. I feel like the hype around 21 Days of Beauty has been dropping off a lot. I feel like people have been saying they don't really dig 21 Days of Beauty anymore. What do you think? Are you still into 21 Days of Beauty? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to make these videos either way because I'm excited about 21 Days of Beauty, so I hope you enjoy it anyway if you decide to stick around. Anyway, so obviously, as you can see, we're on my couch. I am in my pajamas. My makeup is off. My skincare is done. I have a little adult beverage. I am, in fact, 24 years old. Don't come for me. So if this all sounds good to you, maybe get your PJs on. We'll have a little slumber party. Grab yourself a beverage or a snack or whatever you're into, and let's just talk about some makeup that's going to be on sale. That sounds good to you. Let's get into it. So the first thing is an app exclusive. If you guys don't know, during 21 Days of Beauty, I keep my community tab updated every single day with all of the sales for that day. So obviously on the first day of this sale, when we find out what the app exclusive is, I will post it on my community tab and let you know. And I'll let you know if I have any thoughts on it then. The first item we know about is MAC lipsticks. From what I can tell, it's all of their formulas except like the Powder Kiss line. And here's the thing, I know I literally just made a video like a week and a half ago saying that I don't think MAC lipsticks are worth it, but I don't think they're worth the full price. Half off, I think they'd probably be worth it, especially if there's a specific shade that you're interested in. Usually I just pick up MAC lipsticks at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but obviously you can't pick what shades they have available at those stores. If there's a really specific MAC lipstick shade that you have had your eye on, this is the perfect time to get your hands on it. Some of my favorites, I love Velvet Teddy, big if you're a nude girl, love that one. I love Creme in Your Coffee. Creme in Your Coffee is my all-time favorite MAC shade. Whirl is amazing if you like something a little darker, richer, like almost a chocolatey brown. Honeylove, beautiful for like my peachy nude girls. I could go on and on. I will leave some of my shade recommendations in the description box down below with a list of everything that I recommend from this sale. So yes, actually, for 21 Days of Beauty, I do thoroughly believe that MAC lipsticks are worth the price. $11 to $13 still slightly steep for lipstick, but I do think it would be worth it to go for it if there's something specific that you're interested in. Next, Lancome I sound so uncultured. Regenery Lift Makeup. I've never heard of this foundation. That's interesting. But also the Teint Idole Concealer. So I've tried the Teint Idole Concealer a couple of times. I don't own it personally, but my mom, who seems to be a fan favorite on this channel, by the way, leave me a comment down below if you want to see my mom on this channel again, because I'm sure she'd love to be back. My mom uses the Teint Idole Concealer religiously. She loves it. I've tried it. I think it's nice. You know, I'm not going out of my way to spend $30 on a tube of Teint Idole Concealer, but I do think it's nice, and my mom loves it. So from that standpoint, I can endorse it in the sense that she absolutely swears by it, and she knows her stuff, you know? I learned from somewhere. I do think it's a beautiful concealer. It's got solid medium coverage. I feel like you could build it to full, but it's a really comfortable medium. I don't think it really creases. It sets down pretty well, and I think it has a really nice kind of natural finish. So if that sounds like something you're in the market for, I think it'd be a really good idea, honestly. I think it's a good sale. Next, for the love of God. Okay, so Beauty Blender. Okay, so if you insist on having a beauty blender, if you must have a beauty blender, I guess buy it while it's half off. I still think that spending $10 on a singular makeup sponge is wild, but I know some people are like, no, it just has to be the Beauty Blender, and that's fine. If that's you, obviously stock up now. I think that beauty blenders are, in fact, tremendously overrated and not even the best makeup sponge. Not even close to the best makeup sponge. The best makeup sponge you can get in a pack of 6 on Amazon for less than $10. Less than $10, you can get 6 times as many sponges as this gets you for $10. I think it's silly. But, obviously, if you're a big beauty blender girl, you keep doing you. Stock up. And finally, for the 27th, we have Dermalogica Clear Start Foaming Wash and Calm Water Gel Moisturizer. I've never personally tried either of these products. I've never really tried much from Dermalogica in general. If you have any thoughts, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are, and we're all going to help each other out and decide if it's worth it. Next, moving on to Monday, August 28th, we have these Nude Sticks Magnetic Eye Colors. These are like a metallic cream eyeshadow thing. I got one in a BoxyCharm a really long time ago. It's fine. Like it was fine, like it gave like a very light wash of metallic gold, which if you're into the light wash thing, then cool. I still think you can do better at a drugstore price though. $13.50 still kind of pushing it for me on a cream eyeshadow when there's stuff like ColourPop Super Shocks, Moira Cosmetics, Essence makes really good single shadows. I don't think that this is worth it. So it's a no from me personally. Next, the Elemis Pro Collagen Night Cream. Can't really speak to it. I don't really use Elemis. That's not in my tax bracket. So if you know anything about the Elemis Night Cream, let us know. Next thing on the 28th is something I'm actually interested in trying. This is the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Cleanser. So I love First Aid Beauty as a girly who has very, very sensitive, very acne-prone skin. Pretty much everything I've ever tried from them has been great on my skin. So I love them, and I'm in the market for a new cleanser, and this is only going to be $12. So I think it's a really good time for me to try it. Speaking of cleansing products, we have the Foreo Luna thing. Those I think they're exfoliators. Am I right? These are like those exfoliating cleansing things. This is basically Clarisonic revamped, if I'm not mistaken. Here's my thing. I'm sure the disdain is dripping through in my voice, right? So if you're the kind of person who likes to physically exfoliate your skin every day, if you're using a Clarisonic brush, if you're rubbing your face with a washcloth, if you're using a physical scrub every day, and your skin is cool with that, maybe this would be good for you. My skin would not be cool with that. That would wreck my skin barrier. If I was physically exfoliating my face, hell, if I was chemically exfoliating my face every day, it would absolutely wreck my barrier. So if you are even slightly sensitive, I'm going to tell you to steer clear from this kind of thing because I think it's going to do more harm than good, with the caveat that if you're the kind of person who knows your skin can handle this and you like it, then cool. Otherwise, I would say maybe don't. Speaking of things to maybe don't, let me go on a little rant about this next product. This is the Derma Flash, dermaplaning razor thing. Here's the thing. My mom got me one of these, and this is no shade to my mother. I asked for this very specifically because she had one, and I tried it, and it was like, oh, it's like a dermaplaning razor, but it vibrates. It's like an electric dermaplaning razor. Here's the thing about that. It vibrating does absolutely nothing for your skin, number one. Number two, it's literally just basically if you took one of those dermaplaning razors you can get off of Amazon, like the ones that cost $5 for a pack of 3, and if it vibrated. Except you're paying $100. That's the sale price. $100 for that. It does the exact same thing. And in fact, the dermaplaning razors from Amazon don't break me out when I use them, and this one does. Consistently, if every time I used it, it broke me out. I don't use it anymore because it breaks me out, but yeah, just generally speaking, not only do I not think it's worth it, if you have even slightly sensitive skin, I'm gonna say maybe not the best move. Moving right along to Tuesday, August 29th. First thing, a bunch of different false lash brands. I don't really use false lashes, and when I do, I use the cheap ones from Ardell and Kiss and stuff. So I can't really speak to Lily Lashes or House of Lashes or any of the nice ones. If you know anything, let us know in the comments. Same thing here, the Bare Minerals Prime Time Primers. I have used a bunch of complexion products from Bare Minerals, and I really, really enjoy them. So, if you're really in the market for a new primer, I feel like maybe these would be nice. But again, I've never tried these specifically. If you have, let us know. thing that I will absolutely be picking up, the Peace Out Salicylic Acid Acne Dots. So here's the thing. Generally speaking, I buy Mighty Patches. Mighty Patches are my girl. Mighty Patches are the best. I love those things. And for your standard pimple, those will work every time. But when you got one of those ones that is just so gross and so gunky and deep and disgusting, these ones from Peace Out work better than anything else. They are so good. And for $9.50 a box, I'll probably buy two. They are really, really, really effective at like the grossest pimples, you know? Mighty Patch is good for like surface level gunk. These get like in there. I don't know. This is disgusting, but just trust me. If you're the kind of person who gets pimples that are like in there, run, don't walk, okay? So also on the 29th, we have a set of 5 products that will be on sale from Black-owned and founded beauty brands. We have a couple of products from Mented Cosmetics, which I've heard really great things about. I've never personally tried anything from Mented because everything in the shade ranges starts like a little bit after my skin tone. Even the blushes and bronzers tend to lean a little bit past my skin tone. But if you are someone of a deeper complexion than me, I have heard really, really great things about their products. The Keys Soul Care Peptide Serum also is going to be on sale. I don't know much about Alicia Keys' brand, but you know, if that sounds like something you'd be into, then check it out. Beauty Stat Cosmetics has a vitamin C eye cream or eye serum or something like that. Seems like a good enough product. I still don't think $30 some odd is worth it. For a vitamin C specifically to go under your eyes, like just get a vitamin C that goes all over your face. And you can get one of those for like $20, you know? So I don't know. I don't personally get it. One thing that I'm kind of thinking about, I don't need a new powder. I really don't need a new powder. But the Oma Beauty powder is going to be on sale. And it's going to be like, what is that? Like $15? That's really not that much. And it looks beautiful. And the packaging is really unique and interesting. And I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I don't need a new powder, but it looks great. And I'm intrigued. So maybe I'll look up some reviews. If you know anything about the Oma Beauty powder, let me know. Next on the 29th, Lorac has some contour palettes that are going to be on sale. I am not in the market for a contour palette. I don't use those like matte highlighting shades, and it's just, I'm not in the market for it. Lorac makes really beautiful powder products though, so if you are in the market for one, this might be one to think about. That's about as far as I can say for them. Moving right along to Wednesday, August 30th, the first product on sale is ABH Dip Brow. I really like Dip Brow, okay? I will say, if you're a brow pomade kind of girl, highly recommend Dip Brow. Honestly, Dip Brow and Ka-Brow from Benefit are the 2 brow pomades that I've tried that I would very firmly recommend. So if you're into brow pomade, go for it. Highly recommend. I personally am just not really a brow pomade girly anymore. I like really, really skinny brow pencils these days, so I'm going to pass. However, it's a really nice brow pomade. Also on August 30th, we have the Stila Stay All Day Smudge Sticks. These look like they're just like retractable pencil eyeliners. And for what it's worth, I've seen a bunch of these floating around at TJ Maxx. So if you're into retractable eyeliners, I mean, I've heard great things about their liquid eyeliner. So, I mean, their pencil eyeliners probably fine. I don't know. I don't buy that much eyeliner. But I've also seen it floating around at TJ Maxx. So do with that information what you will. Also on the 30th, Beekman 1802 Midnight Milk Better Aging Sleep Mask. I haven't really heard anything about this. I've heard great things about Beekman 1802 as a brand. I don't really know anything about this product. It has great reviews. It's got 4.7 stars, so I mean, maybe it's solid. I'm going to look at the ingredients real quick. Some really good hydrating ingredients. Squalane is really good for your face. Bifida ferment, that's the anti-aging ingredient. It's like yeast, basically. Really good for anti-aging. It doesn't look like it has a whole bunch of like unnecessary additives. I don't know. Actually, if this seems like the kind of thing you'd be into, it looks nice to me. I'm probably not going to buy it because sleep masks make me uncomfy. I don't like getting stuff all over my pillows. But it actually sounds like a really great product. It actually sounds like it has some really good ingredients in it. So think about it if that's what you're into. Something not to think about. Okay, for the love of God, please take this from me. Okay. As somebody who has a vested interest in the health of the general public, please, for the love of God, do not buy these Serovital advanced like pill. They're like hormone. They're human growth hormone. I need to take a minute. Do not buy human growth hormone pills from ULTA Beauty. At best, they will do nothing. At worst, they could cause problems for you, right? Unless you have explicitly consulted with a healthcare provider about buying and taking these, please do not take human growth hormone. Please. They run this on like almost every 21 Days of Beauty sale, and it makes me really, really, really upset. Do not take human growth hormone over the counter. Talk to your doctor if this is something you're interested in doing, but I am begging you not to do this to yourself. Also on the 30th, we have skincare products from Perricone MD. Perricone MD is out of my tax bracket, but they have Cold Plasma Plus Sub D Neck. I don't know what any of that is. I guess it's a neck cream. Just use your moisturizer. High potency hyaluronic intensive hydrating serum. Please get a grip. $135. That's still like 60 something dollars, $70. I don't know. A lot of money for a damn hyaluronic acid. Allow me to point you in the direction of Good Molecules. They sell one for $6. Enough. And then a retinol moisturizer. Again, you can get retinol moisturizers for way cheaper than this. Don't spend $50 on a freaking retinol moisturizer. Unless it's your favorite thing in the world. Disclaimer, if it's your favorite thing in the world, by all means, get it for half off. For those of you who have never bought this before, do not start now. Just don't. And finally, for August 30th, we have the Beauty Bakerie Face Flour Baking Powder. This is a really solid powder. I got this a few years ago, I think, in a BoxyCharm as well. It's a really nice powder. If you're in the market for a solid powder that works well to set under your eyes or all over your face, it's pretty reliable. I like it. Is it like the most blurring, smoothing, insane powder I've ever used? No, but it gets the job done. It doesn't crease my makeup, and it's reliable. So would I recommend $24 for it? No, but for $12, I think it's pretty good, and you get a ton of product. It comes in several shades, which I think is great. So it's a good one. It's going to be like a mostly matte finish. It doesn't really have any kind of like satinness to it or like a natural finish. It's pretty matte. So if that's what you're into, absolutely would recommend the Beauty Bakerie powder. It's really nice. Moving right along to Thursday, August 31st, we have another product that I will absolutely, without hesitation, be buying, and that is the Tarte Maneater Blush and Glow Cheek Plump. I have heard fantastic things about this. It's a liquid blush, so you know I have to do it, and they have this beautiful shade called Buff that's this beautiful, warm brown chef's kiss, my favorite kind of blush. So absolutely for $13.50, sold, no question. Also on August 31st, another product I just talked smack about a little bit in my products I didn't think were worth it video. The Smashbox, formerly Becca, under eye correctors. So let me tell you a little bit about the people that I think this is a good idea for. Number one, if you were planning on trying it anyway, no matter what I say, and you can get it for half off, you should. If you are in the market for an under eye corrector and you want one that's very, very hydrating, if you have super, super dry under eyes, this is a good move. This one is incredibly, incredibly creamy and hydrating, which is a good thing. You want hydrating things under your eyes. But for me, the problem is always that it's just a little too hydrating and it gets a little creasy for me and all that kind of stuff. But if you are someone whose eyes will suck up any kind of moisture provided to them, this might be smart for you. And the last group of people I would say this is a good idea for is if you don't really want to wear concealer with this product, you just want to use it on its own to brighten up your under eyes a little bit, I think that would work totally fine. My problem usually comes when I try to put makeup on top of it because I feel like it kind of slips and slides around. So if you are any of those categories, this could be a really good purchase for you. Otherwise, I still don't think you should really spend the money on it because the Pixie Under Eye Corrector, which is my all-time favorite, is, I believe, $12. So yeah, still not worth that much money. Also, on August 31st, we have some lip products from Juvia's Place. So there were some Juvia's Place lip products during the sale in the spring. So I tried one of their matte lipsticks and their lip liners. I really like both of those things. I would say especially for the price that you get them during 21 Days of Beauty, they're like $5 to $7.50. The lipstick was $7.50, the lip liner was $5. 100% worth that price. I've never tried their lip glosses, but because I like their other lip products so much, I'm thinking about trying at least one of their gloss formulas. They seem to have a few different ones. I'm thinking about trying at least one of their gloss formulas during this sale because, again, I can get them for like $5. So why wouldn't I? I'm not going to say they're the best damn lip products I've ever tried in my whole life, but for $5 to $7, they're definitely worth that much, especially if there's a shade in the range that you think is really nice. So, especially if you have a deeper skin tone, they make some really, really beautiful like nudes and shades that a lot of times get overlooked for deeper skin tones in a nude range. They make some beautiful ones, so definitely check it out if that's something you'd be interested in. Finally, for August 31st, we have the Tula Brightening Treatment Drops Vitamin C Serum. Tula for me, I've tried a couple of Tula products, and the cleanser was very harsh on my skin. Again, I have very, very sensitive skin, so that just really didn't work for me. It just really made my skin feel stripped and dry. I have tried their sunscreen, but it was chemical, so it broke me out. And I have a little baby primer from them that I like fine. It works okay, but that's makeup. This is skincare, you know? Looking at their ingredient list, I probably wouldn't use it just because I feel like it has a lot of like herbal and citrus ingredients, and those things can be kind of harsh on skin that's very sensitive. That being said, if you're in the market for a vitamin C, you could go for this if you know that your skin reacts well to Tula products. Again, it's $29 even on sale, and I still think that you can get a perfectly good vitamin C for cheaper than that. But if your skin loves Tula, worth maybe thinking about if you're looking for a vitamin C. Friday, September 1st, we have the Lancome Monsieur Big Volumizing Mascara and Waterproof Mascara. $15 for a mascara is still kind of pushing it for me. I don't think most high-end mascaras are worth it. I've tried a lot of high-end mascaras, and almost every single one of them, I have found ones that I like just as much, if not better, at the drugstore. I have tried Monsieur Big. I think it's a perfectly acceptable mascara. However, I think that you can do much better at the drugstore. Not just as good, but better at the drugstore. So personally, I wouldn't really recommend it. However, mascara is one of those things that's kind of like foundation. It's incredibly personal to everybody. Works completely differently for everyone. So if this is your holy grail, pick it up while it's on sale, girl. Oh my God, I'm so tired of Clarins skincare. It's so overpriced. Okay, this is the Clarins Total Eye Lift Firming and Smoothing Eye Cream. It's going to be friggin' $46, which is stupid, number one. And number two, it's just the ingredients in Clarins skincare do not justify the price. Clarins uses such basic ingredients, and a lot of them aren't even good ingredients. Like, okay, so obviously water, glycerin, caprylic triglyceride, propanoidol, cedaryl alcohol. These are all very basic hydrating ingredients. Your average $5 drugstore moisturizer has every single one of those ingredients in it. Shea butter is fine, but it can be really pore clogging, and it can cause milia for people who struggle with that kind of thing. Dimethicone, again, a really basic moisture sealing ingredient. It's got fragrance in it. The under eyes are one of the most sensitive parts of the skin. I don't get that. It's got alcohol in it too, denatured freaking alcohol. I don't think these are good ingredients in an eye cream. At best, I think that they are cheap but fine, and at worst, I think that they're actively bad for your under eyes. So personally, I don't recommend. So next on September 1st, we have the Osea, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm just making a fool out of myself. The Undaria Algae Body Butter. Take a sip of your drink every time I screw up pronouncing something. So this is a body lotion, I guess. It's going to be $28. I don't know. I've heard good things about this brand, but also this has just like a whole ton of boring, again, super basic ingredients. I don't know if it's worth that much money. I don't know if this is that much better than just picking up a body lotion at Target. If you've tried it and you love it, let me know. But I have stuff from Target from like Aveeno and Nivea that I feel like works fine. Also on September 1st, Kylie Cosmetics Pressed Powder Blushes. I can almost guarantee you these aren't worth it. And for those of you wondering, Kylie Cosmetics and ColourPop Cosmetics are made in the exact same factory. And I have heard through the grapevine that they're also made with the exact same ingredients. ColourPop's pressed powder blushes are $10, like at most, full price. And you can get them on sale. I don't know. I'm not Kylie Jenner's biggest fan, so maybe I'm jaded, but Also on the 1st, the Fresh Floral Recovery Calming Mask. Listen, I've tried some stuff from Fresh before. Again, as a very sensitive skin girly, it didn't work great for me. A lot of their stuff has a ton of like flower and fragrance and stuff in it. I've tried their rose water toner before. That did not go well. This one I don't know much about, but again, looking at the ingredient list, a lot of it is very basic hydrating ingredients, glycerin, squalane, cedaryl alcohol, propanediol, hexanediol, then a bunch of fragrances. Again, similar to my thoughts before, if you've tried it before and you know you love it, great, get your bag, get it for half off, girl. If you've never tried it before, I don't necessarily think that it is groundbreaking. And the last product for September 1st, we have the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. This was so iconic back in the day. Like the early beauty YouTube, not like really early beauty YouTube, but like when beauty YouTube first started taking off, you know? This was everyone's favorite. And it's fine. If you've never tried it, I can tell you, you're really not missing that much. It's basically just like a decent moisturizer. It feels nice. It's a nice feeling moisturizer. It's a little bit cooling, it feels like, at least in my experience. And you know, it's fine. The one thing that I will say is that it has lactobacillus ferment in it, which, like I mentioned earlier, is a great anti-aging ingredient. But you can get moisturizers with lactobacillus ferment in them everywhere, probably for cheaper, number one, and number two, that aren't like a makeup primer. You can just get them in your moisturizer and then use it every day. So unless you're using primer and it's the same primer every single day under your makeup and also at night, I'm not sure you'd really see the benefit of having the lactobacillus in there. Also, if you're a sensitive girl, it does have like coconut and olive oil in there, and those can be really sensitizing, as well as a bunch of fragrance. So me personally, I'm not doing it because I don't really think it's worth it. I'd rather just use a moisturizer. But again, if you're into it and it sounds fun, or you just kind of want to know what all the hype is about, I think it's fine. All right, we've made it to the last day of week 1, Saturday, September 2nd. Dare I say, this is the best day this week. First product, Benefit Cosmetics, Precisely My Brow. Run, don't walk. $12.50, yes. Semi-steep for a brow pencil, I agree. This and the Huda Beauty brow pencil are the only brow pencils from the high-end side of things that I think are 100% worth it. And as a matter of fact, I would pay $25 for this brow pencil. Being able to get it $12.50, I will be getting a backup. Another thing that I will 110% be picking up, the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighters are on sale. I have been wanting to try the Duo highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal since they came out. They're gonna be $20 in a second, in a heartbeat. I've swatched this thing in stores so many times, and I could salivate just thinking about it. I am so excited about this. They're stunning. In case you were wondering, they're absolutely beautiful. And yeah, you should get one. You should get one. But as long as I get mine first. Also on the 2nd, YSL, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that right now. YSL's Mon Paris perfume is going to be on sale for $42.50. I have never smelled this perfume. I've never even heard of this perfume, but if you love it, great. Get it while it's on sale. Also on September 2nd, the MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. Not to be confused with the original, like, cult classic MAC Fix Plus, which is like a fixing spray. Different thing. This is the Fix Plus Setting Spray, which I have also heard is really good. I've heard good things about it. I am personally not in the market for a setting spray. I get all my setting sprays at the drugstore, and I don't really feel the need to spend $17.50 on a setting spray right now, but if you do, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's really good. And then finally for September 2nd, and finally for week 1 of the 21 Days of Beauty, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow Tint. When are they going to stop with the Maracuja Juicy thing? They've really kind of overworked it. I love the Maracuja Juicy lips and all of that jazz, but I feel like they're overdoing it. I think this is supposed to be like one of those base products, like a glowy base product, like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and that kind of started the hype of that, and you ended up with like the e.l.f. one and the other ones. I don't know. There are other ones, but I'm blanking on them right now. But I think this is that. I'm sure it's pretty. I'm sure it's nice. I have a full size of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter that I have just barely cracked open. So I don't really need one right now. And I can't really tell you anything about it because I have not heard literally a single person talk about this product. So if you know anything about it, let us know, because your girl loves a glowy, dewy, shiny base product. All I know is that Tarte is really, really coming for Charlotte Tilbury lately. They put out the sponge contour, the sponge blush, the sponge highlighter, and now they got this. And they're really coming for Charlotte Tilbury, so this is the logical next step. All right, you guys, so that's it for week 1 of 21 Days of Beauty for the fall of 2023. Definitely some major wins in the first week, in my opinion. And usually the last week, like the last couple days, are even better than the first couple days. So I'm really excited to see what's coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try not to pay too much attention because I kind of want it to be a surprise when we have our little slumber party moments together. So if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments down below if I should do this style of video more often. I kind of had fun with it. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this kind of different way of doing things, then leave me a like down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're picking up from this week of the sale. If you have anything that I'm not sure about that you personally would recommend or not recommend, maybe we could all learn something from each other. And if you want to see the next 2 weeks of 21 Days of Beauty, which will absolutely be coming soon, go ahead and hit subscribe. You'll also see my community posts where I will post all of the products that are on sale every day, including the app exclusives and surprise deals and all of that good stuff. So do hit subscribe if you want to see all of that coming in the next couple of weeks. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.